What does it mean to walk away? Have you ever reached a point where you knew the only way forward was to walk away? It could be from a relationship, a job, or an entire lifestyle. Why does it feel so difficult to leave certain things behind? And what happens to our psyche when we make the decision to sever ties? Walking away is not just an action. It's an emotional and psychological journey, one that can lead to deep personal transformation. But why do we, as humans, hesitate to take this bold step? What holds us back, and how does it change us once we let go? In this video, we're going to explore what happens when we decide to walk away, according to Carl Jung's psychological theories. This is not just about leaving. It's about shedding the layers that no longer serve the decision to let go of the things that disturb our sense of balance. Decision. This could understanding the weight of walking away, leaving a stressful job, the weight of a decision walking away impossible to make, walking away is not about running everything started to fall into place, creating the moment you decide to walk away is often a moment of clarity. It is an act of self-preservation, but it's also one of intense psychological pressure. Peace is not a passive process, but an age transition to integrate the different. But what does it signify to our desires? Walking away is of individuation, a process by which a person becomes their true self, plays a crucial role in the inner peace we seek. Walking away is a vital part of this process. When you sever ties with something or someone that no longer aligns with your true self, you are consciously choosing to embrace your own individuation journey. In many cases, the decision to walk away is rooted in a realization that your personal growth has reached its limit in that particular situation. Whether it's a toxic relationship, an unsatisfactory job, or a destructive habit, staying would mean suppressing your growth. This is where Jung's theory of the self comes into play. The self is not static. It evolves, adapts, and sheds its past layers to integrate new experiences. Walking away may feel like an act of rebellion, but in reality, it can be the most significant step in finding your authentic self. Why does walking away feel so difficult? Because it often involves letting go of familiar comfort zones and facing an unknown future. The human mind fears uncertainty, and this fear often creates resistance when it comes to making life-altering decisions. Yet Jung would argue that this very fear is a sign that you are on the path to personal transformation, the fear of the unknown, facing the abyss of the unconscious. What lies behind the fear of walking away? It's not just about leaving something behind. It's about facing the unknown. Jung believed that the unconscious mind is full of repressed desires, fears, and unresolved conflicts. When we decide to walk away from something, we are confronting the deep unknown within us, things we may have suppressed or neglected. The decision to step into uncertainty and let go of the past is, in Jungian terms, a confrontation with the shadow. The shadow represents the parts of ourselves that we have repressed or denied. These could be aspects of our personality that society deems undesirable, or parts of our psyche that we are too afraid to confront. Walking away forces us to face these parts. It requires us to question our identity and to break free from the illusion of safety that the status quo offers. In the moment of walking away, there is a psychological unraveling that occurs. The fear of the unknown is not just about the external consequences of the decision. It's about what we are about to uncover within ourselves. Are we strong enough to confront our shadows and integrate them into our conscious life? This is where true personal growth lies, walking away from the false self, the road to true individuation. Are you living a life true to who you are? Or have you been living according to societal expectations, other people's desires, or past conditioning? Jung's concept of individuation is the key to understanding why walking away is so important in the journey of self-realization. When you walk away from something that no longer serves you, you are shedding the false self, the persona you created to fit in with society, to please others, or to avoid confrontation. The persona is the mask we wear in public. It's the role we play to fit into society's mold. But this mask can become so ingrained that we forget who we are underneath. Walking away allows us to shed this mask and embrace our true identity. This can be one of the most and terrifying experiences of a person's life. In Jungian terms, individuation is the process by which we integrate all aspects of ourselves, both conscious and unconscious, into a unified whole. When you choose to walk away, you are engaging in a form of individuation, a process of self-actualization that involves separating from the influences that have shaped you into something you are not. Why is this so difficult? Because walking away often confronting the uncomfortable truth you really are and what you really want from life. But as Jung teaches us, this confrontation is necessary for growth. The moment you choose to walk away is the moment you begin your true journey toward individuation, the call for inner peace. Seeking harmony by letting go. Have you ever wondered if peace is found by accumulating more or by letting go? Walking away from certain situations or behaviors often leads to the peace we've been searching for all along. Jung's philosophy stresses the importance of balance between our inner world and outer reality. And when we walk away, we are seeking harmony. We are seeking others, not just within our own psyche, but within our own Jungian terms. Peace is not a passive state, but an active process of aligning our conscious and unconscious minds. Walking away is often the first step in this alignment, as it clears the path for deeper self-awareness and the inner peace we seek. Inner peace comes when we make the decision to let go of the things that disturb our sense of balance. This could mean ending a toxic relationship, leaving a stressful job, or simply walking away from old habits and beliefs that no longer serve us. The journey of self-healing often begins with the decision to walk away from that which drains us. Walking away is not about running from problems, but about creating space for self-reflection and healing. It is an act of self-preservation and emotional maturity. Through this process, we begin to integrate the different aspects of our psyche, our desires, fears, and rational mind to a state of harmony. In Jungian terms, peace is not a passive state, but an active process of aligning our conscious and unconscious minds. Walking away is often the first step in this alignment, as it clears the path for deeper self-awareness and the inner peace we seek. Emotional liberation. Breaking free from toxic patterns. How much of your emotional life is being dictated by past experiences and toxic patterns? When we walk away, we are often freeing ourselves from emotional baggage that has been weighing us down for years. Jung understood that the unconscious mind is shaped by past experiences, and those experiences influence our current emotional reactions. Walking away allows us to break these chains and begin the process of emotional liberation. In relationships, jobs, or habits that have become toxic, we often stay because we feel obligated or fearful of change. But Jung would argue that this behavior is rooted in the unconscious desire to avoid pain. Walking away, however, can be an empowering act of emotional freedom. It's a choice to stop repeating harmful patterns and start creating new ones that are healthier and more aligned with our authentic selves. Emotional liberation means letting go of guilt, shame, and the emotional traps that keep us stuck in destructive cycles. When you walk away, you create space to heal, grow, and experience life in a way that is not defined by your past. It's the first step toward creating a future that reflects who you truly are. The transformation of suffering. Embracing pain for personal growth. What if suffering isn't something to avoid, but a catalyst for growth? Jung believed that personal growth often comes through confronting suffering rather than avoiding it. Walking away from a painful situation, whether it's a relationship or a job, is not just an act of escape. It's an opportunity to transform that pain into personal growth. Jung's theories about the shadows suggest that suffering is a necessary part of the individuation process. When you walk away, you are not running from pain. You are facing it head-on and choosing to transform it. The emotional upheaval of walking away often leads to deep introspection, which in turn leads to profound personal transformation. Jung would argue that by confronting our suffering, we integrate it into our psyche and emerge stronger, wiser, and more so. Walking away may feel like a loss in the moment, but it often becomes the foundation for personal growth. The pain of letting go can be the very thing that propels you forward on your path to individuation, the search for meaning. Walking away to rediscover purpose. Why do we sometimes feel the need to walk away? It's often because we are searching for something deeper in life, a sense of meaning and purpose. Walking away from what no longer serves us allows us to step out of the constraints of the past and into a new chapter of personal discovery. Jung's idea of the search for meaning is a crucial part of understanding why we sometimes need to leave behind certain aspects of our lives to find something more fulfilling. When we walk away, we are not just rejecting what's in front of us. We are opening ourselves up to new possibilities and the potential to discover a deeper sense of purpose. It's in this search for meaning that we often encounter our true selves. Walking away is a part of this journey of self-discovery, and it requires courage to embrace the unknown in pursuit of something more meaningful. In Jungian terms, this search for meaning is an essential part of individuation. By walking away, we begin to understand what truly aligns with our deepest values and desires. Confronting the fear of loss. Confronting the fear of loss. Embracing the freedom to let go. Have you ever felt that walking away meant losing a part of yourself? This fear of loss is something we all face at some point. Whether it's the fear of losing a relationship, a job, or even an old identity. In the face of such a significant decision, it's easy to become paralyzed by the notion of what we'll leave behind. However, Jung's philosophy tells us that this fear of loss is rooted in the unconscious attachment to the past. The truth is, by walking away, we are not truly losing anything. We are making space for what we need to become. This fear is a natural part of human psychology, as we are often attached to familiar structures that provide comfort and security. But Jung would argue that true growth comes from confronting these fears and understanding that loss is often a necessary part of evolution. What we fear losing is often not who we truly are, but rather the outdated, limiting versions of ourselves. By walking away, we are shedding these old layers and stepping into a more authentic and free version of ourselves. Loss, in Jungian terms, is symbolic. It's about letting go of the old to make room for the new. In this process, we learn that loss is not the end, but a transformation. The decision to walk away from something that no longer serves us is an opportunity for reinvention, freedom, and a deeper connection to our authentic self. It's a powerful reminder that in every loss, there is the potential for a new beginning. The freedom in walking away and embracing the unknown. As we come to the end of this exploration into Carl Jung's understanding of walking away, we begin to see that it is not just a decision. It is a profound journey towards self-discovery, individuation, and emotional freedom. Walking away is often an act of courage, a choice to face the unknown and embrace the deeper parts of ourselves that we've been avoiding. Whether it's leaving a toxic relationship, a career that no longer fulfills us, or outdated beliefs that no longer resonate with our true selves. Walking away allows us to step into the unknown, where the real transformation occurs. Jung teaches us that true freedom comes from confronting the unconscious patterns that govern our lives. Walking away is not about rejecting or running from life. It's about choosing to confront the deeper truths that guide our actions. When we walk away, we are not just leaving behind external circumstances. We are also walking away from the limitations we place on ourselves and stepping into a new phase of personal growth. Remember, the path of individuation is not easy. It requires us to make tough decisions, face our fears, and let go of the parts of ourselves that no longer serve us. But in doing so, we open up the possibility for deeper fulfillment, purpose, and a life aligned with our true selves. So, if you're considering walking away from something in your life, take heart. It may just be the most transformative decision you'll ever make.